was young, we used to have this thing called the essence of chicken, all right? And that gave me the idea, maybe we should have the essence of Toastmasters. So we take all these Toastmasters here, we brew them for a few days, and then we extract that. Anyway, all right, let's see. This was the first conference of District 51 in Kota Kinabalu. Some of you may consider the picture is not that clear. I think Adeline was the organizing chair, and a whole lot of people, and I'm somewhere there, and of course we all look. Those of us who used to have hair, all right, who still have hair, had more hair. And those of us who has progressed on to Michael Jordan's league, well, it's still there. 25 years ago. 25 years ago. That's a long time. But many of us here went back even further. I remember the days when we tried to introduce Toastmasters to the people. They used to say, "Are you a breakfast club?" And this is common, those bad old days. And then they say, it's not. It is a drinking club. Finally, they agree that there's a public speaking club. In fact, that's not wrong, because this morning, when KKG shared with us that Ralph Smedley formed the Toastmasters in 1924, the idea was that you're supposed to teach people public speaking. That was it. I joined Toastmasters in 1990. It's quite a long time ago. I know that a number of you here may not have been born then. And that's right. And many of you were not born to Toastmasters. Now, what is Toastmaster? Public speaking club. Then I found that Dr. Ralph Smedley has written this in 1955, which is how many years? 31 years after he has formed the Toastmasters organization. He said, most of us has gained far more than just the ability to make speeches. Some of these unexpected gains have proved to be even more valuable than the speech ability, which was our primary incentive. Now, what are those unexpected gains? It took me a long time, all right? And I put it together. I call it the essence of Toastmasters. After many years being considered as just a public speaking club, I realized there's something more, something deeper about Toastmasters. This is what I can see, the three things which I find unique in Toastmasters. Number one, it is the only organization that is devoted to the individuals. Number two, we believe in learning by doing. And number three, it is where friends, helping friends to achieve the greatness of their dreams. That, to me, was the essence of Toastmasters. Let me go through this. I know some of you are members of Rotary Club, Lions Club, JCs, and Kiwanis, and a number of these. All these clubs are very good clubs. They are community service club. They help the community. But this organization is the only organization which is devoted to you. Underpinning this is the belief that in each one of us is the potential for greatness. And we believe that each one of us can be better tomorrow than we are today. So think about this. When somebody invites you to be a member of Toastmaster, they're not just wanting your money for the dues. They're actually implicitly saying to you, I see something in you. This is, in fact, we didn't think about it. We say, oh yeah, you just want us to be a member of your club. No. When we say join us, we're saying that there is something, you have the potential of growth. This is the belief in the individuals. Not many organizations does that. And sometimes we don't think about it. This is what is important. What happened when we start to adopt that philosophy? Now I want to show you this. Have a look at this chart. By 1960, there were only about 6-7 clubs in the whole of Southeast Asia, including Hong Kong. Now, anybody know what's the name of the club in Hong Kong at that time? Victoria Toastmasters. All right? There were only about 6 clubs. I think Singapore was one of the earliest. Singapore was 1954, I think. 57, okay. Singaporeans say that must be true. And even though it's Augustine, but all right. And Bangkok, I think, was 1960 or something like that, right? A number of them. Now, by the year 1990, which is 30 years, the number of clubs in this region has grown to 40, which means it's an average of 1 club per year. That's the growth rate. Then when we form, remember this morning Andrew talked about Gerald Green went to America to get the mandate to form the district. When we form the district, the condition, they asked us that you must first form the territorial council. The condition is that we must have at least 40 clubs before they allow you to form the territorial council. I know this very well, and a few of us who were with us at that time were running around like mad to get clubs being formed. We need to have the threshold of 40. So we formed 40. Now what happened when we become a district? By the year 2004, we have grown to 400 clubs, an average of 26 clubs being formed per year. Why do you have this qualitative jump? The important thing is this. Until 1960, until 1990, the belief was that the Toastmaster Club is a club of speakers. You can only join the club if you are a proficient speaker. That disqualifies many of us here. That was it. When I was a district governor, I was asked to attend the 30th or 25th ceremony of anniversary of one of the clubs. And when I went there, I wouldn't mention which country it is. It's not 1,000 miles away. And they gave me the souvenir of the first installation. And I look at the names of the members. And with respect to you, I look around this room. Not many of you would qualify to be member of that club. We have what we call generally the captains of industries. We had the mayor, we had the chief of police, we have judges. None of this riff-raff who joins it. And I use that term because when we apply to be a district and we said everybody can be a Toastmasters, we believe everybody has the potential of growth. There were a number of clubs who opposed that. One club, not a million miles away from here, actually wrote to Toastmasters, said, we don't want to be part of the district. This kind of lowering the Toastmasters. Now taxi drivers can also be a Toastmaster. In our club, we have magistrate, lawyers, and all these things. We don't want these guys. You see, there's a change. To me, once we open the door saying that everybody has the potential for growth, the club number shot up. That's why we are here. To me, up till now, it is still the most important lesson, the most important essence of what it Toastmasters. It believes in you. And over the last 25 or more years, I've seen people who join us who could hardly speak a sentence without fainting on stage. Now they dare to take part in speech contests. We have seen people who join us and progress, who are timid as a mouse, who progress to become club president, to become area director, to become division directors. We've seen them change because we believe in them. And that we must keep. No organization gives you that. The second thing is this, which is unique back in us, is that we believe that you learn by doing. Learn by doing. Well, it reminds me of a story of my friend. His name is Abeng. He lives by the river in Sarawak, by the Kuching River. And his office was across Seberang, the other side. And every morning, he has to take the sampan, the little canoe, across to his office. So he did that. And then one day his friend said, "Hey, Abeng, you live across the river. Can you swim or not?" Abeng said, don't worry, the sampan very safe. So one day as they were in the middle of the river, storm descended on them. And people were frantically bailing water out from the boat, and Abeng helping them. And they managed to make it to the other bank and was saved. And Abeng said, "Phew, I must learn how to swim." So what did he do? He went to the library. He got all the books on swimming. All right? And attend seminars by some Toastmasters, how to swim like a frog, like a butterfly, like whatever it is. After 3 months, Abeng was confident. And this time they crossed again, the storm hit them in the middle of the river, and everybody is frantically bailing water out of the boat. And Abeng said, no problem. And he jumped into the river and he drowned. What I'm saying is this: you cannot learn how to swim without getting wet. You cannot be a good speaker without actually doing it. And this is what our club does. We meet 2 times a month. We give you the opportunity to learn by actually doing it. This is very unique. This is very unique in this organization. And finally, this is an organization where we believe we subscribe to the ethos of friends helping friends. Yesterday, when I was in one of the seminars, I think Martin O'Connor talked about practice. We always say practice makes perfect. Is it right? Yeah? Practice makes permanent. So when you're practicing your speeches, you need somebody to give you the feedback. You need that. Otherwise, you'll be permanently wrong. And this is why we have evaluation. Just now, Chris Wu shared with us some techniques of evaluation. Fantastic. That's what we do. We want, you see, when Chris talked about evaluation and how to give feedback, to me, the most important thing, you can learn all the technique, the sandwich method, the nasi lemak method, whatever it is. If your heart is not in the right place, you cannot give a good evaluation. What do I mean by the heart in the right place? When we give evaluation, we want to share with somebody a way forward, and we don't want to destroy the confidence that they won't dare to go and speak again, because we believe that you can only improve by actually doing it. This is very important. You can attend a lot of workshops and evaluation. If you do not have the intention of helping this person to go on and try again, dare to make mistake. No matter what books you read, you cannot be a good evaluator. This is something. I remember some years ago, I attended a seminar in Miri. And after the seminar, we had that was the height of the karaoke craze. After the seminar, they said, okay, let's go for karaoke. So we went there and we were all singing ourselves silly. Is it one good thing about karaoke is that you can sing yourself silly and you're still okay, provided you book a private room, right? And while on the score, because I'm looking at Johnny there, in Philippines it's very dangerous to sing karaoke in a public kind of a room. There are reported cases of 2 people being killed in karaoke. One in Cebu, which is Johnny's hometown, right? And one in Manila. But we were safe in Miri because we are in a private room. Now all of us sing ourselves, and then this guy, he was very shy, Toastmasters, said, wow, you guys are so good. Not only you are advanced speakers, you can also sing. Now we being Toastmasters, we are very motivating and encouraging. He said, you can sing, come on, come up here. So we drag him up and give a mic to him. As soon as he opened his mouth, we realized that we have made a bad mistake. Not only he was tone deaf, he was colorblind. And you know about karaoke, the letters change, right? Because he's colorblind, he's singing the wrong line and flat as a pancake. Now this is where our Toastmaster skill was tested to the limit. How are you going to give feedback to somebody who really hurt your ears? How do we do that? But we're well trained. We manage to say something. It's not a whitewash, all right? We manage to say something which encourage him, to give him some hope. To give him some hope. In fact, what we did, we applied the Winston Churchill principle. Winston Churchill said, tact is the ability to tell someone to go to hell and they look forward to the trip. That's what we're supposed to learn. When you listen to so many speeches, you ask to be the evaluator, sometimes really is crap. Sorry, it's bad, all right? How? Somehow we must say something so that they dare to come back again. That's what we have to do. So, we told this guy, it's okay. I don't know what I said, but we did say something that which kind of motivate him. Right? And I forgot about the whole thing. 6 months later, I went back to Miri after one of the talks, and he said, hey, let's go to karaoke. I said, oh no, this is going to be tough. Huh? So we went to the karaoke room. My God, he was transformed. And he gave a similar rendition of Frank Sinatra's My Way. I did it my way. I said, wow, how? So he said, after that session with you guys, I feel so motivated. I went home and bought a karaoke set. And I tortured my wife for the last 6 months. But he was okay. See, this is precisely the point. You can be perfectly correct, technically correct. But if the impact of your evaluation is to kill that person's desire of improving themselves, you have done a disservice. And this is something which we have to think of. That's why we're trying to improve our skill of how to tell somebody to go to hell and then look forward to the trip. That is a continuous learning experience we have. So this is, to me, very unique in Toastmasters. I've been a member of many other organizations. They don't care. They taro you, man. Right? So, what we are saying is this. This is an organization of a fellowship of people. of people who share the same belief, who believe that in each one of us is the potential of growth. If each one of us, we can realize our dream, and we try our best to help each other. This is very important to us. And Ralph Smedley said this: if we ever lose the sense of fellowship, of personal, friendly relationship, we might just easily become just another correspondence school. This is not a correspondence school for public speaking. This is not a correspondence school for leadership training. This is a fellowship of people who share the same values. At the moment, I observe that there are two main types of people who join Toastmasters. They are the customers and they are the members. The customers are those who say, wow, this is a very good training program, I must join it. In fact, many of us here who are area directors or area governors, whenever we want to promote Toastmasters, or we want to get Toastmasters being formed in the corporate club, we go and see the HR director and say, hey, this is a very cheap training program. How much you spend a year on your training? Ours is very cheap. Or they say, yeah, it's good. They are customers. And this is why if you look at the statistic, the turnover rate of membership in Toastmasters is very high. I don't know what it is, but I think it's something around 40 to 50%. Nothing wrong with that because they are customers. They come to you, they learn the thing after they got the CC or whatever it is, say bye-bye, thank you. After they lost the fear of public speaking, they don't need you anymore. These are the customers. A lot of us are customers, and many of you are club officers. You struggle so hard to retain the members and get new members. But they're coming through the door and they exit from the other door. Nothing wrong because they're customers. There is the other group of people who consider themselves as Toastmasters because they share in the value system of this organization. They share in the value system, they believe that in each one of us is the potential for growth. That is a very empowering thought. Somebody is saying to you, you can be great. This is the fellowship of people who believe that we learn by doing, therefore we create the condition for them to dare to build. Even if you don't do anything, you see, just attending the meeting, you provide them with the audience to practice. So you share that. And I know there are many DTMs here. And of course, the ACG or whatever it is all down the line. I want all of us to remember. Like I got my DTM, I want to remember also that I got the DTM, I have to think of all the people, the sergeant at arms who helped to book the room, the sergeant at arms and the others who helped to arrange the table, the VPE, everybody, the evaluators, the grammarian, the R counters. So by the time you get to your DTM, there must be about 100 people who has helped you. So while you come up here and get your accolade and say, I've achieved it. No. You achieve it because of your friends. And this is something we want to hold. This is why I joined Toastmasters 1990 up to now. I'm still Toastmasters because it's a way of life. And I also believe that we should not leave our hat, Toastmasters hat, at the door of a Toastmasters meeting room. We should take it out to the community so that we treat everybody. We see the potential in everybody. We give everybody a chance, and we give kind, friendly feedback to some people. I love coming to Toastmasters conference. Since 1991, we have been organizing 2 conferences a year. I've been to more than 90% of them. You do the maths. Why? I love to be with people who are positive. I love to be with people who are kind. I love to be with the fellowship of these people who share my life believe. See good in everybody. Friends helping friends to achieve good.
The handing over ceremony is a very important event in the district because it is when the leadership of the current term will be discharged by the installation officer, and the newly appointed district officers will be taking over. And as part of the handing over ceremony, I'm given the privilege to give my outgoing speech. Now, so as your District 51 Director, term 2017-2018, my tenureship will actually end on 30th June 2018, but we are doing this now at this annual conference in line with the installation shortly. I would like to start off with saying this statement. Some of you may know or may have heard before. The statement is, real men don't cry. I hear some laughter behind. I was taught when I was young, girls cry all the time. We are so tough. We are so stubborn. We are so mischievous. We are so naughty. Boys don't cry. But when we are whacked by my father, we cry. But once we come to adulthood, we become men. So we got the perception, men don't cry. As a man standing in front of you today, I've gone beyond the age of 50. As a grown-up man today, I humbly tell you that for the last 3 days, I've cried. So I pray, I hope that you'll bear with me if I were to shed my tears before I end my speech. Tears of joy, tears of disappointment, tears of meeting up with friends, long time no see, all kinds of tears. But before I come to that, let me just share what I feel in my heart. As your district director, District 51 director, 2017-2018, I count it pure joy that I'm given this opportunity to serve you as ordinary members, as club officers, as district officers. And there's a list of people, a list of thanksgiving that I want to give. First and foremost, I would like to thank my God for giving me this chance to be breathing today, to be elected as your district director, and to serve Toastmasters. I thank my God because it's all due to Him. It's His grace alone, not my strength. It's His grace alone. The second important person I would really like to thank is my wife. Many have asked me, is she here today? Is she coming for the dinner? Is she coming for the installation? I said no, because she's not here in KL, she's in Johor Bahru. I thank my wife because she allowed me to take this position. I thank my wife because she has been there when I was at my lowest pits in my life, when I had no one else to turn to, when the whole world seemed to crumble in front of me. My wife was there. She supported me. She encouraged me. Even today, when I was seated there, she asked me, "How is it, Andrew? How is it?" I gave her one word. I gave her the word stress. I never replied such thing because I'm a man who likes to wear a mask. You guys have masquerade masks. I was given one. I appreciate that, Katie. You're very thoughtful to give me a mask. But I don't need a mask because I have one with me right here. I don't need to wear. So my wife asked me, "How are you?" I said, "Stressed." She knew that I was in deep trouble. She knew that I was really down because I would normally, 99.99%, say everything is fine, everything is okay. Because she's in JB, she wouldn't know. But when I said stress, she knew that I was indeed in bad shape. I thank my wife for being so strong for me, for supporting me, for giving me the love that I truly don't deserve, for providing me with a family that I can come to back in Johor Bahru. I told her I should be back in JB within 3 years. I don't know, God knows. I thank many people who has played a part in my Toastmasters journey. The first one was Papa Gerald Green. He was the first person I spoke to when I asked him, "Gerald, should I go for Club Growth Director?" He was the first person. I want to make mention that he was my partner in business, he was my mentor, he was my friend, he was my family. I want to thank you, Gerald. You have stood there beside me. You have given me the opportunity. I want to thank Arif Azahari. Are you here? You're taking selfie outside. Okay, it's fine. I want to thank Arif Azahari. Why? He was the one who asked me, Andrew, we are at the 2014 International Convention in KLCC. I need your help. Can you help me to take care of Gerald Green? I still remember that day. I don't know whether he remembers it. And that was when I first got to know this iconic individual. And from there, the friendship grew. I want to thank my club, Satu Hati, Premier Advance especially. I want to thank my mentor, Kiang Fang Ping. She knows me like my mother knows me. I'm not saying she's my mother, but no, sorry, that didn't come out right. I love you, Ping. Don't worry. I know it didn't come out right. She knows me because she will hold no bars. She will hold nothing back. She will tell me as it is. And I appreciate that. Because your true friends are the ones who tell you the truth and hold nothing back. I appreciate you, Ping. Really, thank you so much. Continue. Yes. Thank you very much for appreciating Ping. Continue to tell me off. I want to thank all my friends in Toastmasters. I can't name all of you here individually, but each one of you have played a part in forming me to become who I am today. I want to thank District 51. I want to thank the giants which I mentioned over and over again, the giants who have set forth all the things that has happened in the past, because what they have done is where we are today, District 51. Thank you, leaders. Thank you, giants. Outwardly, achievement is important, but what is in the heart, the true intent with purpose that you have done, the leadership of District 51, I really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Last but not least, I want to thank my team for this year. Very soon, District 51, district team, district officers, club excos, we will be discharged officially, but we will serve until the 1st of July, Malaysian time, 3 p.m. I know that we have gone through a lot, but I want to urge you that today, despite being discharged and the new team being installed, our work is not done. I pray that you have the same spirit, that we will work together, as what some of you say, we chong together to the end, with one purpose in mind. Whatever happens at the end of 30th June, let us not live with regrets. Let us remember what I mentioned during our senior district officers training over here in this hotel back in September. I said that whatever happens, whether we receive 100%, whether we receive 50%, whether we have 0%, that we definitely don't have 0%. Whatever the end result, it doesn't matter as long as we have no regrets, because we know we have did our best. We will start talking about when we're going to meet up one-to-one division directors, area directors, let us do justice to ourselves, to our conscience, so that we know on the 30th June when we go back and rest and sleep, we knew we had done our best. Can I have that assurance, division directors? The area directors, can I have that assurance? Okay, very dispersed. Finally, I want to thank all of you. Despite what happens, I know that you are here with me. I know that you are at my side. I got to know some of you better. Some of you I know by face. I can't remember your name. But I know that you have the best interest in me. And therefore, I say thank you very much, District 51. I thank you very much, District 87, District 75, District 80, who are here represented. District 102, I thank you very much because I know you love me. That's why you have me in the best interest of your heart. Thank you very much. And finally, I want to say, I love all of you. I wish you all the success in whatever you do, in your journey in Toastmasters, in your career, in your family, everything, all your endeavors. I wish you all the best, good health to you, and let's move together to achieve the success that is destined for us in the future. Thank you very much. I would like to wish District Director, District 51 Director-elect to 2018-2019, Distinguished Toastmaster Peng Yu. I appreciate your support as my Program Quality Director. Distinguished Toastmaster Christopher Chong, I appreciate that despite what has happened throughout the week, I've told you that you should spend time with your family, but I know your heart is with us in KL. That's why I see you here today. I wish you both the best, together with Club Growth Director-elect Carmen Lu. I wish the three of you all the best as you lead District 51 to another term of challenge, but at the same time of aspiring success. And not forgetting one very, very important individual. I did not mention him earlier, but I want to mention him now. Of course, the others I've already individually mentioned. I want to mention one person who is my immediate past district director. Distinguished Toastmaster Johnson Tang. Yes, you have been my roommate for I don't know how long. When I was CGD, you came back as PQD. We were the only guys on the team. We share rooms. When I moved out to PQD, you were district director. We share rooms. When I'm district director, you're IPDD. We share rooms. I thank you for your patience. That despite me being such a noisy sleeper, I snore louder than the bullet train. I appreciate your patience with me. And I appreciate you as an individual, because despite being so quiet, demure, a total gentleman by yourself, I appreciate your guidance when we were serving together in District 51. I appreciate the time that we had together, the fun, the joy, the Tim Hortons sessions. I love you. You are the brother. You are the brother I never had. Really, you are the brother I never had. Your surname got G only. Mine T-A-N. Yours T-A-N-G. But you are the brother I never had. I have 2 sisters. I have 1 wife. I have 3 daughters. I have all the ladies in my family. I don't have a brother. I call you brother. Thank you very much, Johnson. Not to take the glory away from the team that is coming in, I've ended my outgoing speech. I thank you for your patience. I will now sincerely like to invite our installation officer, who has been very privileged to come today to join us, and we would like to put our hands together to invite International Director Elisa Tai. Let's put our hands together to welcome her.
Will you commit to doing your best in achieving excellence? Would you accept this?
Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
I will.
Let's put our hands together to welcome distinguished Toastmaster Yoon Peng Yew.
Taking a cue from the late Gerald Green, I'd like to start with gratitude. I'm going to share a little bit about my journey in Toastmasters and the giants that I have encountered throughout my journey. These are the giants who changed my life. For in Toastmasters leadership journey, we stand on shoulders of giants. Now, what does that mean? Standing on shoulders of giants. It means that what we do now is built upon the foundation, the legacy which is left behind by our predecessors. So these are the giants. When I started as area governor back then, now it's called area director, those days it was called area governor. Among the giants that I have met were Margaret Chan, Rosalind Chan, Joan Chan, Sue Chan. Yeah, all Chans. So these four energetic ladies were the giants because I started my term as area governor as a greenhorn. Then subsequently, during my term as division governor, no, I did not meet any more Chans. But on the other hand, I met two towering lighthouses. Lighthouses that shone like beacons in the dark. Lighthouses which were fountains of wisdom. And who are these two lighthouses? Sivayanam and KKG. Not twin towers, twin lighthouses. Yes, indeed. They shone the way for me, and I subsequently continued my leadership journey in Toastmasters. Then another era came. I became the DPRO, District Public Relations Officer, and subsequently served as District Parliamentarian. Special gentleman here, I'd like to thank Dunstan. Dunstan Chan, yes. Oh yeah, Chan again, yeah, you're right. You're right, Dunstan Chan. It was a tremendous experience for me because being a parliamentarian is a very unusual job or unusual role. It's very difficult. And I was persuaded to take up this parliamentarian role. And I served for 2 terms with Ping and Suding. So these were, thank you for giving me the opportunity. And thank you, Dunstan, for giving me a 2-hour crash course. Because that changed my mind and that made me take up the decision to serve as parliamentarian for these 2 terms. Thank you. Of course, subsequently in my journey in Toastmasters, I also met other giants like Tani and my current compatriots, Johnson, Andrew, Chris, and everyone else. So, to cut the story short, the journey never ends, and we continue to stand on shoulders of giants to achieve more and more. So what's the next chapter in this story? What's happening in the world now? What's happening in Toastmasters International now? Ever since the rebranding 5-6 years ago, there's been a lot of changes. Rebranding, deals increase. Pathways, and region reformation after our own district reformation. So many changes. What can we do? What can we do? Can we turn back the clock? No, we cannot. A butterfly cannot turn back into a caterpillar. A frog cannot turn back into a tadpole. A baby cannot crawl back into the womb. So we cannot turn back the clock, and we have to embrace change. Embrace change, especially in the Pathways program. So I appeal to all Toastmasters here. The term is not over. The term is not over. Those of you who got installed just now, new incoming division directors, area directors, please work with the current area directors, division directors. Learn from them so that you can start the term, next term, by starting to hit the ground running. So this is what I hope to see from the new incoming officers. And for the rest of Toastmasters, do not stand still. Continue to embrace change. Try Pathways, because you haven't tried it, you never know. You may like it. In fact, you will like it. I started Pathways myself, and I really started to like it. Overall, I just want to say, we continue to stand on shoulders of giants, the legacy left behind by the past leaders. But the world has changed. Toastmasters is changing. Everything is changing. Let's transform together, because in Toastmasters, we walk the journey together. Toastmasters, where leaders are made, speakers are forged, transformation is realized, and change happens. With that, I wish you a happy conference and have fun.